You mean to tell me that JT's No Bars was a Carisha diss song? Hey. Hey, I'm sorry. Mwah, No Bars was about Carisha.
Diamonds on my body and they crystal clear. I make magic with these hundreds, watch them disappear. Big ol' raindrops up in my ear. If you gon' name drop, let's get it clear. Jessie, VVS, I just turn the water on. Big ol' flex, shit you never saw before. These niggas chasing me like waterfall.
Alright, before we continue with this video, I just want to give a quick shout out to this video sponsor, Lume. Lume is a whole body deodorant for your pits, your privates, and beyond. And it's proven to fight odor for 72 hours. Now, I'm so thankful to Lume because they sent me their starter pack with different products to try, like the deodorant. So this is like, you know, the standard deodorant, but I can still use it on my whole body. This is their other deodorant and it comes like in a cream form. You can literally just go ahead and put a little bit on your finger and put it anywhere you'd like. I'm gonna go ahead and put it under my titty because I do be getting a little titty sweat from time to time, okay? I like the smell too. It's like a tangerine smell. It smells really, really nice. And when it settles really nicely. And it doesn't come back with your perfume at all. I like that. They also sent me this body wash. And y'all, this body wash, it actually fights odor better than traditional soap. If you're like me, I battle a lot of armpit sweat. This is really, really good because you can wipe yourself on the go. This fits in most of my purses. So these wipes, definitely the key, the secret key. I have talked to you guys about my hyperpigmentation. A lot of my dark skinned girlies, you do know, under our arms do tend to have a lot of hyperpigmentation. This deodorant is actually really good to improve your hyperpigmentation, especially under your arms. So we're gonna go ahead and swipe a little bit of that right now. And the smell is minted cucumber. It's really good. Period. Now, I want to thank Lume for giving me my own discount code. It is Jessie5. If you go to Lume right now, you can use code Jessie5 and get 40% off this entire starter pack. Jessie5 is my code. It will give you 40% off this entire starter pack. Now, you must be a new customer in order to enjoy the code and get your 40% off discount. I cannot wait for you guys to try Lume. Drop that in the comments and let me know what your favorite scent is. And thank you so much, Lume, for sponsoring this video. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my Chanel. It's your sister. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. If you are a sister or a brother, if you are new here, make sure that you like, share, you subscribe so you can join the Black Women's Tribe. How y'all doing? During Black Women's, wait, we out of Ramadan. We out of Black Ramadan month. It was April Fool's month, but that was on April 1st. Eclipse. Well, the eclipse happened today, so we know it's Black Women's Eclipse Month, okay? So during Black Women's Eclipse Month, make sure that you like, share, and you subscribe and join the Black Women's Tribe, child. It's so much going on today. So before I go ahead and continue, just want to remind you guys for Cartagena, if you want to join me in Cartagena in June, make sure that you go to wocation.net. All the info is there. I look forward to seeing you. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Make sure that you go to wocation.net for that info, okay? What else? How was y'all weekend? Weekend was a lot of fun. It was Sheila's birthday. Well, actually her birthday's on the 10th, so it's actually tomorrow. So, you know, but I definitely want to take this time to tell Sheila, hey, whoa, hey, happy birthday, hey, whoa. Happy birthday to my friend Sheila. I love her so much. She's literally like one of my favorite people. I think last year, I got super drunk. There was one night where I got super drunk and she was there to help me, and in my drunkenness I kept telling her I love her, and I would see the footage later on, but I have a really soft spot for Sheila. Sheila's such a good person. She's beautiful. She has so much going for herself. She has such a beautiful aura. She loves women. She loves Black women. She loves love, and she just exudes positivity. and I just want the best for her. So Sheila, happy birthday. I love you. You're one of my favorite people. So may God bless you and make this year the best year of your life thus far. So we went to, where we go to? Rocksteady, we went there. Also, my friends met Mr. Easter. So if you follow me on Threads, you know that I've been dating someone, and honestly, it's been just an amazing experience. This past weekend, he surprised me. Like last minute, we went on a date on Saturday. I told him like I had some free time on Friday. He's like, okay, I'll plan a date. He's like, what do you want to do? I was like, oh, I just want to do something fun. And he surprised me and took me to an arcade, and like we just like tired each other out for like an hour just running around playing all these games. And then he surprised me and took me to a spa at night, like a nighttime deep tissue massage. Like it just was amazing. Oh my God. And then he took me to this beautiful Italian restaurant. Like, not a man who plans dates during Black Women's Eclipse, Black Women's Month. So what y'all gonna wear to my wedding? What are we wearing to the wedding? Okay, it's giving husband. But I took him to the dinner with me, and I thought to myself, I was like, damn, is it too early to make him meet my friends? But you know what? Fuck it. I'm grown. I am grown. I don't got time to waste. I'm Haitian. I fall in love in 7 business days, okay? 7 business days, I'm in love. And trust me when I say it, I'm not far off from being in love with this man, okay? It's been, now we're on day 8, okay? So I'm itching to say I love you to this man. But you know, I've been single for 6 years. Like, I think I just was just out here. And I think timing is everything, because right before we went out with each other, I was about to make some pretty chaotic decisions, and God was like, yeah, nah, let's wrap this up. We're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna wrap this up. So even if this isn't my husband, I think just having an experience where a man is romancing you, and then like we, you know, Sunday we got up, we went to church together, we went to like a French bistro for brunch, we had a nap date. Like, it's not nothing sexual, it's just like getting to know this person, getting to know you, getting to know all about you. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful experience. And yeah, so wish me luck. Wish me luck. If you are a member, a channel member, you've met Mr. Easter already. There is a video that I just uploaded for you guys, so you can meet Mr. Easter and, you know, tell him hi and let me know what you think. I actually really trust y'all's opinions about men that I should date, because sometimes y'all's delivery is not the best, but I do feel y'all want the best for me. And so I do feel like, okay, let me see what the people saying. They feeling him? Okay, good. Husband. So anyway, drop down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about Mr. Easter, those of you guys who haven't met him. And yeah. All right, let's get into this episode of Just a Couple Things. It's a lot of things we got to get into, child. Okay, really quickly, let's get into Aoki Lee dating this old Mr. Doubtfire looking man. People Magazine writes, who is Aoki Lee Simmons' boyfriend? All about restaurateur Vittorio Asaf. Okay, so model Aoki Lee Simmons, 21, and the founder of Serafina Restaurant Group, Vittorio Asaf, 65, were first romantically linked in April 2024. So it looks like she was down there in St. Bart's and she was linking up with this guy. Model and Harvard graduate Aoki Lee Simmons is enjoying a new relationship. The 21-year-old daughter of model Kimora Lee Simmons and entrepreneur and slash sexual allegedly. This is all alleged. Aoki is dating Serafina Restaurant Group founder Vittorio Asaf. People confirmed in April 2024. The two met in St. Bart's. And a day after the news broke that they were seeing each other, they were spotted kissing on an island. Simmons' model career took off when, okay, this ain't, Asaf is more well known for being the founder of Serafina, a popular Italian restaurant in New York City. He was previously married to model Charlotte Bronstrom before the two split in 2021. Let me look up Charlotte Bronstrom. So this is him with the model. Okay, and it looks like that's his ex-wife as well. So they split up back 3 years ago. This is them again. Okay. I mean, this looks more appropriate, you know, as far as like age is concerned. Here's the thing. I do see a lot of people saying, well, you know, like y'all dragged what's her name? Drea. You know, Drea, who's 39, she's having a baby by that 22-year-old. Side note, apparently that 22-year-old basketball player had another baby recently, probably like a month or two ago. So he's out there just sowing his royal oats. Remember in my video about Drea, I said a lot of times too with these younger athletes, I'm not going to say that they prey on older women, but they kind of look at older women as, you know, you should date me because like, you're not getting anybody else your age, you're too old, you know, so it's a gain for you to date me. And when I realized that, what's his name, Jalen or something like that, I can't remember his name, but the basketball player, when I realized he had another baby just the other day, and now he has this baby with Drea, he just seems like somebody who's just sowing in his royal oats. Like, he's just collecting women. This is not seriousness to him. This is just notches under his belt, right? And so anyway, when it comes to Aoki and this guy, to me, 21 and 65 is disgusting. Like, I'm not even gonna go into if it's predatory. I don't know the nature of this, you know, relationships, but a 65-year-old with a 21-year-old, it does seem predatory to me. Yes. Yes, she's grown. Yes, she's in college, but I want you guys to look at this video of Aoki.
Last day in St. Bart's. I'm so sad, but I'm very sad, very happy. And when I return home, everybody who knows me will be getting a happier, more chilled out version of me. My boyfriend is checking in. I don't know why we're checking in advance like this. Probably because I always miss flights. I should just show. Crepe?
Huh?
Crepe?
No.
No crepe? Crepe?
Can't we go?
Oh, I thought you were saying no.
No, I can't. I couldn't check in because I don't have my green card.
I'm making my final St. Bart's video.
Oh.
Would you like to share your favorite thing about the trip anonymously? You said me.
Be with you.
You want me to open the drink?
No, it's okay. You don't mention that you want to be my partner.
Baby, you are on. Shush.
Huh?
Shush. I'm making this video. Baby, do you want to go to Kenya?
Kenya.
Someone has invited us to Kenya.
Kenya is kind
What?
of on the edge of the dangerous.
Shut up. Never mind.
There's a warning.
Shush.
The conversation, it does not give age appropriate. It doesn't give that. This 21-year-old could be this man's granddaughter. Okay? Now, some people would say, well, you know what? Like mother, like daughter. You know what I mean? Like her mother did date Russell Simmons, but mind you, her mother was in high school when she started dating Russell Simmons, who was in his 30s. And we all see what has become of Russell Simmons, okay? And there have been times when Kimora Lee Simmons has alluded to certain things when it comes to Russell. I'm not gonna go into what I believe she alluded to because allegedly, this is all allegedly, okay? But she's alluded to him being what a lot of these women who have come forward, you know, a lot of the things that these women have shared, she's alluded to agreeing with that, okay? And so when I see someone like Aoki making this type of decision, it just gives unfortunately, this is what she saw growing up. This is what she sees is appropriate for someone of her caliber. I'm not okay with it, but when you've been groomed to see relationships in this way because of your parents, it's no surprise when you take the same route. I don't like it. You know, some people are like, well, you know what? She got her little sugar daddy. You know, this is a step up for her. You know, this could, generate, generational wealth. I don't know if you guys are paying attention to how these white men are treating black women, like, and women, period, even the women that they get with from their own community. Like, black men are not the only ones leaving, women high and dry when it comes to finances. White men have been doing it as well, because the women in the Caucasian world, they're burning their capes too. Like, they've burnt their capes. They're tired of the trad wife, life. They're not all living lives that we think that they're living with these men. And I've gone down a hole on TikTok with white women talking about how, even when they were married, how financially abusive their husbands would be to them. And how, if they got divorced, how their ex-husbands would go out of their way to continue being abusive to them and not even make sure that their kids were taken care of. So again, like, just be careful with glamorizing this. We see where people like Carisha is, like, this is not all what it seems to be. And so when it comes to Aoki, I hope that she's being careful. I hope that she's being smart. But yeah, this gives disgusting to me. Like, I'm disgusted. And these pictures, no ma'am. I'm sorry. This man is built like Miss Doubtfire. I'm sorry. There's no way Aoki is looking at this man naked and thinking, ooh, I want to suck his dick. No. It's just not giving that. It's not giving that at all. Period. All right, y'all, let's move on. Jonathan Martin Luther King Majors and Megan Coretta Scott King Good did make an appearance today in the courtroom. One thing about Jonathan, he gonna court Megan in a courtroom, okay? He did receive his sentencing today. Jonathan Majors supported by girlfriend Megan Good at his sentencing hearing in NYC. Megan Good was at Jonathan's side at his sentencing in New York City. Good 42 was seen accompanying Majors 34 to Manhattan Criminal Court on Monday, April 8, where Judge Michael Gaffey sentenced the former Marvel star to participate in a domestic violence treatment program after he was found guilty of assault and harassment back in December. The actor will attend a 1-year in-person batterers intervention program in Los Angeles and must continue mental health counseling and stay away from the victim in the criminal case, his ex-girlfriend Grace Jabari. Majors faced up to a year of jail time for his conviction, which stemmed from an alleged altercation between him and Jabari, now 31, in New York City back in March 2023. In December, he was found guilty on misdemeanor assault charges in the 3rd degree, recklessly causing physical injury, as well as harassment in the 2nd degree, which is a violation. Majors and Good began dating in May 2023, 2 months after the incident. Source told People in February that the pair now live together in NYC's Greenwich Village neighborhood, noting at the time that Majors and Good are solid and very much in love. Solid as a rock. Let me tell you something. If constantly showing up for a motherfucker in the courtroom don't make your relationship strong, I don't know what will. I don't know what will, baby. That relationship is Thanos strong. Okay? Because the way I only see Megan in the courtroom with this man, my Lord. His little outfit was cute. He doesn't look like a time traveler here. This is really cute. I'm impressed. The orange socks, I don't know where the orange socks come from, but I'm glad his boots don't look like, I ain't gonna say what his boots look like. I'm tired. But yeah, what do y'all think about this? I mean, I'm not surprised. When I covered what was happening with Jonathan Majors, I didn't think he was going to get any prison time for this. There was just a lot going on with him and his girlfriend. It was clear that they were both in a very toxic relationship. Y'all know where my opinion stands. I think a lot of people have made it, oh, well, you know, he was running away from her. Yeah, after he hit her. After he hit her and he stuffed her back into that car. Okay? Allegedly. 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 This is all alleged. Allegedly. Okay? Don't come. Allegedly. All right? But yeah, I'm not really shocked. Do y'all think that this is gonna be good for his career? Do you think that he's gonna be able to rehabilitate? You know, I believe that he is an abuser. I really do. I believe that he is an abuser. That's my opinion. That's my opinion as someone who read the case. I do believe that he was Kurt Franklin stomping on his girlfriend. Like, I really do. Does that mean that he does this with every woman? Don't know, but there have been several women who have come forward. So I don't think that this is gonna be a good thing for his career. I think his career is still gonna be in the shitter. But you know what though? Seeing that he was recently at Essence Black Women with Megan, you know, the black community does not go as hard as they go on mean black women, on men who have actually been shown to cause actual harm to women. And so seeing him on the carpet with Megan, like, mind you, these are the carpets that Amanda Seals can't go to, but you know, we're gonna let Jonathan Luther King and Coretta, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I think that that's really weird. But hey, it is what it is. I don't know if he's ever gonna have Marvel status. It's just so sad because honestly, I really think Jonathan Majors is one of the most gifted actors of our time. And unfortunately, because he wanted to, you know, beat the brakes off of this lady, allegedly, now look at your career. And now you're running to the black woman to rehabilitate your image. Don't like it. Next, so there's more news in Diddy land. His son, Christian Combs, was actually hit with that lawsuit. I kind of touched on this a couple days ago. But yeah, he was hit with that lawsuit and he is being charged with sexually assaulting a woman. Christian Combs, son of rapper, producer, and businessman Sean Diddy Combs, is accused of sexual assault in a new lawsuit that names both men. CNN's Camila Burno reports on the details from an audio recording of Christian Combs' accuser. So they had the audio. Oh, yikes. See, Sean Diddy Combs' son accused of sexually assaulting and drugging woman in new lawsuit. Sean Diddy Combs and his 26-year-old son, Christian King Combs, are named as defendants in a new lawsuit that alleges the music mogul's son sexually assaulted a woman on a yacht in December 2022. Christian is accused of assault, battery, sexual intentional infliction of emotional distress, according to a complaint filed on April 4th and obtained by Rolling Stone. Sean Combs is named in the lawsuit since he chartered the luxury yacht where the assault was said to have occurred. This complaint is the first accusation against Christian in a string of recent sexual assault lawsuits against his father. The Combs family home in Miami and Los Angeles were also raided as a part of a federal sex trafficking investigation in the last week, with Sean Combs vehemently denying these allegations in statements issued by his attorneys. The latest statement from Sean Combs' legal team described the raids as an unprecedented ambush and a witch hunt. All right. The April 4th complaint describes an altercation between Christian and the 25-year-old Grace O'Markey, I believe, the only on-duty steward on the yacht. She claims she was forced to perform oral copulation on Christian. Yikes. After she felt pressured and was forcibly fed a pair of tequila shots, Christian allegedly prevented her from leaving and says she quickly suspected the tequila was spiked. O'Markey further claims that while Christian groped and kissed her, Rodney Lil Rod Jones, oh my God, the producer from the other lawsuit, a music producer who filed a separate trafficking lawsuit against Sean Combs in February, was recording the standoff. Oh my gosh, why was he recording it? The lawsuit also includes color photos showing the bruises that she acquired from Christian during the altercation. Omarke says she freed herself from Combs' grip when her colleague on board was purposely looking for her since she had been missing for a long time. She recalls complaining to the ship's captain, but says the incident was not investigated. She believes that is because Sean Combs paid the captain to keep everything under wraps. While working on the yacht for Mr. Combs, Omarke also claims Combs accused drug mule Brandon Paul once told her he had been forced to watch Combs have sex with multiple women. Paul is the only person who was arrested during the raids last week. He was charged with possession of cocaine and marijuana. Christian and his older brother, Justin Combs, were also detained during the raid on their dad's Los Angeles property, but they were later released. Latest lawsuit was filed by lawyer Tyrone A. Blackburn, who also filed Little Rod's lawsuit against Sean Combs. Diddy's lawyer responded, "This is just another lewd and meritless claim from Tyrone Blackburn." Listen, from where I stand, Diddy money funny. There's an audio, and I believe Rolling Stone, they said Rolling Stone has it, but also CNN heard it as well. Like, these people have heard the audio where the girl allegedly, this is all alleged. While he allegedly assaulted her, she is asking him to stop. She's asking him to get his hands off of her. So the fact that they're not settling this, Diddy's money's funny. Something is going on. Remember, we talked about all the loans that he took out on his homes as well. Like, the fact that he gave up all his shares in Revolt. The fact that he's no longer with Diageo, so he doesn't have all that money. He's not a billionaire. He hasn't been a billionaire for a minute, I think, for at least the last 2 years. Let me tell you when I believe Diddy was no longer a billionaire. When he started to attach himself to Young Miami, I always felt like this is a sign that things are on the decline for him. That was a sign for me. Like, you're a huge mogul, and not to shame Young Miami, but I felt like he was using her so much. Like, hold this bottle, hold this drink, do this on my network. Like, it wasn't just she's his girl. And then now when you read these lawsuits, she allegedly, was his sex worker. And I believe that, because I don't think that sex working, again, is just like, being a call girl or going on a website and ordering a girl. No, sex work is literally sex work. It is the oldest job in the book. I told y'all about the woman at the well that Jesus freed because they was about to stone her. Meanwhile, everybody in the town was buying her coochie. She was selling coochie to the town's men, and they wanted to throw rocks at her and stone her to death. Why? I done supplied y'all with all this coochie. Why you want to stone me to death? Then Jesus had to step in and say, hold on, ye without sin cast the first stone, and nobody could cast a stone at her. Why? Because she was selling coochie and they was buying it. Okay? Sex work has been around since before Jesus was born. Okay? Pussy get wet, dick get hard. People been selling pussy. People been buying pussy. That's not a new thing, right? And so if you're receiving money in exchange, if you're receiving money under the guise that you're working for this company, yet none of your work adds up to what you're getting, and then you're yachting, you're vacationing with your boss, you're here and there with your boss, and then all these details are coming out about you buying and you're basically procuring sexual experiences. You had Little Rod come out and say even her cousin, Young Miami's cousin, tried to force herself on Little Rod. These are all things that is being said about you, even though it is alleged, but that alludes to you being a sex worker. You are a sex worker. Hey, wap van sex. Hey, whoa. You're selling sex. And that's not... These are your lyrics. I ain't got 100 mil, but I got it once I flew in. If that dick don't come with the money, I can't lay with it. He called me baby, so it's 200 a K with it. Carisha single and Diddy, he okay with it. No shade with it, no shade with it. These are your lyrics. What that mean? What that mean? Yeah, ça veut dire, hey, whoa. You selling sex, boo. You selling sex. It is what it is. All right, y'all. So, you know, 50 Cent is still on his journey to drag Diddy and everything that's tied to Diddy these days. And he reposted this clip of Young Miami, which I thought was interesting. I'm like, damn, 50, like, you know she was on your show, right? She was on your show. Me? Where's my husband? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is Black Women's Eclipse, Black Women's Month. Please, like, chill. Curtis, damn. But he posted this clip of her.
I said, I'm really, like, I'm on, like, with a W. Like, I'm on.
But define that, though.
Like, I'm on. Had a conversation with somebody that day. I said, I'm really, like, I'm on, like, with a W. Like, I'm on.
But define that, though.
Like, I'm on.
I'm a whore with a W. Yeah, I was just thinking that it was always spelled with a W. Maybe I'm wrong. 50 captioned the post saying, it's okay to be a whore, just make sure you're being overpaid. See a sucker, catch a sucker, sucker dry. You go girl, LSW, LOL. What? And it's crazy because, so you're telling her you go girl, but you was just dragging your own baby mama about being a little sex worker. So is that what he's alluding to here? That she's also a sex worker? I don't know. I don't get it. But she jumped in the comments and she said, I think this got taken out of context. It's a gay slur. What's up, whore? It's something my gay cousin always said to me. It's cunt. It's a slang that we said to each other. That's what I was trying to explain to Jason because he's gay and he got what I was trying to say. I'm not a prostitute. I never sold cat a day in my life. And I hate now that this is getting spun. So this is a gay slur, and Jason, who's gay, had to ask you what you were saying, like literally.
But define that, though.
Like, I'm on. I just had a conversation with somebody that day. I said, I'm really, like, I'm on, like, with a,
Jason ain't know what the fuck. Jason ain't know what the fuck you was talking about. Like, Jason took it as you called yourself a whore. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're the person who said that you know, get peed on. Like, you know, like, you called yourself that. Like, that's what you owned. And then I had to ask some of my other gay friends, and all of them said, girl, that is not, no. No, ma'am. The thing is, with Young Miami, it's like, it's just so, it's like, it's sad because now that the narrative doesn't serve you anymore. Now it's a narrative now it's something that was taken out of context. When it was serving you, because remember, the Jason Lee show is also on Revolt. So, you know, like, you're on Revolt, you're getting the Revolt checks, you're here with Diddy, you're there with Diddy, you're on yachts, you're here. When it was serving you, it was good. It was, we're all broke, we're all jealous. Now it's no longer serving you, and you're getting served at parties. You know, you're getting served with court papers at parties.
Okay, can I tell my birthday? It's a bad birthday. Her birthday is next week. So shout out to all the birthday is next week. Absolutely.
Young Miami.
Yes.
Let me get this to you. It's a gift.
What is this? What you just say?
So my homeboy Charlie C, you've been served.
Okay.
Like, it's no longer serving you, and it's sad because being P. Diddy's pink powder puff girl didn't pan out the way you thought it was gonna pan out. And now you're trying to walk it back. And we're not dumb. You can't walk that back. We know what you were saying, okay? All right, let's get into JT versus Carisha versus Santana. What do y'all think about this. It's so much with this that happened. You know, I'm not on Twitter. I had to get people to send me what the fuck was going on. But basically, this all started with, it looks like Santana was going back and forth with some Stan page about something. I didn't catch wind of it, but basically he's going back and forth with the Stan page, and then you have JT who jumps in, because what he said to the Stan page was, well, you know what I'm saying, when we have our show, the Stan page was talking about him getting dropped from RCA, and he's like, yeah, y'all think that I got dropped, you know, I'm just paraphrasing. He's like, you know, y'all think I got dropped, and I'm gonna be addressing this in my show that's coming up. Him and Carisha are gonna have their own reality show. Remember, apparently it was supposed to be a reality show that followed Carisha, but also there was a lot of Diddy in there, and all the Diddy footage had to be removed. So it looks like they probably reshot some stuff and made Santana a new focus. But anyway, they're gonna have their show, and they're gonna be addressing everything, you know, that's going on in their world, whatever. And so JT responds, and she's like, you know, make sure that I ain't in it. You know, since I'm not going to be in the show, make sure that you keep my name out of it, you know. And so they're going back and forth. And then you have Carisha then who jumps in. Carisha's basically like, yo, like, you've been shading me for a minute. I haven't said nothing. And, you know, JT's like, yo, like, this is going to be your last day playing stupid. You're not stupid. You're not going to play dumb, you know. And then you have Carisha who's like, yo, you made 2 diss songs about me. And to me, that was the biggest discovery of this for me, was that Carisha felt that JT's no bars was aimed at her. And I'm sorry, I'm all for unity and shit, but you mean to tell me that JT's no bars was a Carisha diss song? Hey. Hey, I'm sorry. Mwah, no bars. Was about Carisha? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. JT is diabolical. JT, you were dissing your own bandmate during Black Women's Eclipse, Black Women's Month. What are we doing? What are we doing? Then she said also the Sideways song was about her. I'm like, what? And so when I'm looking at that, I'm like, oh my God, everything makes sense now. And let me explain. I always thought it was strange that as soon as JT decided to go solo, you know, she had her little momentum, then you have Carisha going solo too. And she's doing the whole Yams thing, which it just falls flat because Carisha's not a rapper. Like, Carisha, no disrespect to her, beautiful girl. I think she has clearly become the star of the group, which we're gonna get into as well. But she's not a rapper. That's something that we all know. We all know JT's the rapper of the group, okay? But for you to write no bars and that be about Carisha, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Girl, that is nasty work, okay? How the kids be saying on the internet, that is disgusting. I'm sorry, like, girl, what? You said that about your own bandmate? I mean, and is she lying? Is she lying? Is she lying? Is she lying? She not lying. But damn, that's your bandmate. That's fucked up, okay? But going back to the fact that when JT went solo, you started seeing Miami go solo too. I always thought that was not it. That was not it. And first of all, it was not it for me because just as somebody who was watching them, it was clear that when JT got out of jail, first of all, you always have to give Miami her flowers for holding the group down while JT was in jail. She held the group down. You have to give her flowers for that. She held the group down. I don't care what anybody has to say. She held that group down, right? But also, when JT came back, you know, they never got another act up. They never got another big song like Twerk with Cardi. Like, it just wouldn't happen. By the time she came back out, the City Girls formula was used up by so many girls. Like, that was just the formula. It's kind of like what happened when Cardi B was let in. Cardi B was let in, and it was just a whole bunch of mediocrity was allowed. And then now you have the City Girls who did the whole, you know, pussy rapping. Pay me for this, pay me for that. You know, where the bag at? That became the formula. Girls back to back was doing it. It's not like the days where it was just Nicki. Now you have like 50 girl rappers, and they're all talking about the same thing. Then I remember, like, this is like the year before last. I thought this was interesting, but I always felt like the City Girls were given incentives to push other girl rappers. Because when Sexy Red first came out, JT was posting her a lot. And I always thought that was a little interesting because Sexy Red was doing the ratchet rap, but hers, she's gone beyond the City Girls. Like, she's actually had more success in the shorter time that she's been out than the City Girls. Her chart placements, right? It's not that much to put her on the road. She's not a big glam girl. She's very much like, she gives gutter snipe. Like, and I'm not saying that, I don't know her personally, but just the imagery gives very gutter snipe. And it gives very like, yo, anybody can do this. Like, if you believed anybody could do this when Cardi did it or the City Girls did it, now you really believe anybody can do it when you have someone like Sexy Red do it, because the lyrics are very, very mediocre. Like, it's just, don't get me wrong, like, get it sexy, like, don't get me wrong, like, it's not bad, it's just mediocre. It doesn't take much for a Sexy Red song to go far. She's not giving you phenomenal lyrics. She's just, my pussy pink, my booty hole brown. Like, it's not like phenomenal lyrics, but it's giving very, very low vibes, very low vibrational. And she's cracked the code. Like, she's even gone further than somebody like Sukiyana. I thought Sukiyana would be bigger than Sexy Red. But Sexy Red has beat all of these girls because she's out City Girled, she's out pussy rapped, she's out gutter sniped, all of them. And so that formula is done. It's done. And then so you have JT coming back to that world now. When she first went into jail, City Girls were big because they were the only girls doing what they were doing, and they were a group. We hadn't seen that in years, probably a good 2 decades. We hadn't seen that. And so she comes back, and it's like the formula is overused. And then so now you have Carisha, who links with Diddy. And yeah, she would join in from time to time, like a song. I think they did the Act Bad song, but it's like JT was noticeably always left on the outskirts of that. Also, JT is coming back after jail, after being in jail, and you have Carisha, who turned Saucy Santana into a star. Like, Saucy, and I'm not saying that to slight him. He's very, very talented. But that was him and Carisha, being linked to Carisha. Carisha constantly being on IG Live with him. Like, she turned him into a star. And now you had Saucy and Carisha. They're tight as fuck now. So you have Carisha, who's tight as fuck with Saucy Santana. You have Carisha, who's also with this billionaire. Where does JT fall into this equation? She's on the outskirts, right? And so now you have her, all right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do a couple features. I'm gonna do, my solo thing. And it's not really giving, she's being pushed like Carisha was being pushed. Whether you want to admit it or not, that whole Diddy thing, that was a push. That was a push. And to be honest, I really feel that was a scheme that Todd set up for their label to make some money off of them using Carisha, because the records are not selling. They haven't been on a tour. They haven't headlined any tours. They're not giving the label money. They're not making the label money. And so now what a lot of these labels are doing, they are turning their artists into influencers, and they're taking that influencer money. Okay? So that leaves JT in the outskirts. Okay? And so I'm pretty sure she feels a way about that. I'm pretty sure. And then, like she said too in one of the tweets, she was like, you know, I'm happy you got on here quickly after behind Saucy, because we've never seen her do that for JT. JT is somebody who's threatened me on Twitter, because I was like, damn, why is she holding that Go Poppy sign when Diddy was, you know, at the BT Awards getting his whatever award that was, and she was like, Go Poppy, Go Poppy. And I was like, what? He thanked everybody, including Cassie, who he hadn't been with for years, including Cassie, but conveniently did not thank the woman that was holding the Go Poppy sign. And I remember how they dragged me for that, and JT threatened me for that. You've never seen Young Miami get online and do that for JT. You never see Young Miami defending JT, ever, ever. And she touched on that finally, because that's something that we've all noticed. It's like, girl, okay, like, you be going hard for your friend, and not that we're not telling you not to do that, but sis never does that for you. Like, it's never given that for you, ever, ever. You're going really hard for somebody who never does it for you. You know? So I think that there's a lot of resentment there on JT's part. I think that she didn't deny the sideways, and she show me the tweet where JT denies No Bars being about Carisha. She doesn't deny it. She doesn't deny it. Just saying. She doesn't deny it. I think that is a lot of resentment. And I feel like while her feelings may be valid, I told you guys, I was made privy to information that Diddy was very mean to JT. Like, very mean and nasty to that girl. Allegedly. This is all alleged. So there's no telling what she's been through in that whole system along with Carisha, right? But coming to the internet and dragging her like that, I don't think that that's the solution. What does that do for y'all? The City Girls would have to come out and give us a phenomenal song. Like a song that hits #1 for them to not be done. I don't see them doing that. I don't see them doing that. I see JT possibly doing that. Maybe she gets a big feature, but I don't see them doing that. I don't see them doing that. The City Girls had a song with Usher, and that did not do anything. Usher, the Raymond, that did nothing. Okay? And so my thing is, like, it just looks like there's no reviving this group. And the I love you at the end, I love you and all that, I'm pretty sure Coach and P hit them up like, yeah, y'all need to patch this up immediately. But y'all don't love each other. It's given that they're not even friends. That's what it gives. It gives y'all not even friends. Y'all have not been friends for a minute. Okay? Birthdays, you never see them together. You never see them together. Young Miami will be on an extravagant trip with this friend, that friend. You never see JT there. Vice versa. We don't see y'all hanging out. We don't see y'all doing anything together. And it's sad because I really think that this was all what JT wanted. She really wanted this group. She really wanted them to rap, and it's just not giving. I mean, the other thing too is these are groups for you. Groups don't last always. Everybody's not going to be able to look down the road and be, you know, a New Edition or an Escape or SWV. Even when you look at those groups, like, look at the stuff that they go through. Look at the stuff that they go through. The fight, like, there's always a star of the group. always, whether you want to admit it or not. And it's clear Carisha is the star of this group. And then there's always been jokes about Santana being the third city girl, because even he outshines JT in that equation, because Carisha's the star, Santana's her best friend, and you have JT on the outskirts.
And also leave it to Twitter to uncover old tweets, because look at this. Look at JT confirming what Lil Rod's lawsuit said. Just want to put this here for y'all. Just want to leave this blind item for y'all.
I don't know, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about everything that I brought up in this video. I really think that, baby, if you would have told me JT and Young Miami would have been fighting like this on Twitter, like it felt like Miami Twitter 2009. Like you just had to be there. Like I'm a Miami girl. I was in Miami Twitter, and Miami Twitter was a time. We used to just say whatever the fuck, like, you know what I mean? And you know, now of course you can't get away with a lot of the things that we said back then, but it just was given that, and it's just sad to see, because I'm from Dade County, and I remember seeing these girls pop up and do what they did and thinking, wow, this is great. But also just seeing how things have transpired, it's just been really whack. Like, I just think the whole Diddy moment fucked up this group. I think, you know, JT going to jail fucked up this group. And it's like she went to jail behind stealing. It's not like the girl went to jail behind murder or something. Like, she went to jail for stealing a Capri Sun. What she steal? Did she stole a shirt or some shit like that? Like, it wasn't even nothing. Like, the girl went to jail for stealing, which is another reason too. Like, I saw the whole GWORLS thing too, and just to touch on that just really quickly. While I'm usually like, I really want to see JT win, but the getting online and throwing your weight around, and, you know, putting up, you know, your mug shots and saying, yeah, you know, another mug shot pending, and you went to jail for stealing. I think you gotta be honest with yourself. You just gotta be honest with yourself. Nobody is afraid of a shoplifter, okay? You gotta be honest with yourself, okay? You may not like what Glow said, but JT gives me Nikki in the sense that they both don't understand the weight of their voices, and how when they give light to a situation, how much bigger that situation gets. That GWORLS back and forth, I mean, the digs were digging, you know what I mean? Like, the drags were dragging, but ultimately, GWORLS is hitting a tour, a countrywide tour with Meg Thee Stallion this summer. What tour are you on, JT? And that's not a dig. It's just, you gotta get focused. Get focused. Get focused. If you're gonna do this solo thing, do it. Do it. Do it. Stop answering people. Stop going back and forth with people. Just do it and make people eat their words. Okay? That's how you do it. Period. Anyway, drop that in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on everything I discussed in this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Also, like I said, if you are a member, there is a special video in there for you. So enjoy that. Drop it in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.
Diamonds on my body and they crystal clear. I make magic with these hundreds, watch them disappear. Big ol' raindrops up in my ear. If you gon' name drop, let's get it clear. Jessie, VVS, I just turn the water on. Big ol' flex, shit you never saw before. These niggas chasing me like waterfalls.